My name is Sandy Knibb, and these are my first and second graders at Sierra Christian School. And this is our second year of doing Saluting New Readers, and this is the second time this year we've done Saluting New Readers.
Hi, my name is Sarah Dykstra, and I would like to read The Foolish Timid Rabbit, retold by Ellen C. Babbitt. Once upon a time, a rabbit was asleep under a palm tree. All at once he woke up and thought, what if the world should break up? What then would become of me? At that moment, some monkeys dropped a coconut. It fell down on the ground just back of the rabbit. Hearing the noise, the rabbit said to himself, the earth is all breaking up. And he jumped up and ran as fast as he could without even looking to see what made the noise. Another rabbit saw him and called after him, what are you running so fast for? Don't ask me, he cried. But the other rabbit ran after him, beginning to know what was the matter. Then the first rabbit said, don't you know, the earth is all breaking up. And on he ran, and the second rabbit ran with him. The next rabbit they met ran with them. When he heard that the earth was all breaking up, one rabbit after another joined them until there were hundreds of rabbits running as fast as they could go. They passed a deer calling out to him that the earth was all breaking up. The deer said, then ran with them. The deer called to a fox to come along because the earth is all breaking up. On and on they ran, and the elephant joined them. At last the lion saw the animals running and heard their cry that the earth was all breaking up. He thought there must be some mistake, so he ran to the foot of the hill of them and roared 3 times. This stopped them, for they knew the voice of the king of beasts, and they feared him. Why are you running so fast? Asked the lion. Oh, King Lion, they answered him, the earth is all breaking up. Who saw it breaking up? Asked the lion. Thank you for listening to me read. If you would like to hear the rest of the story, check it out at your local library.
Hi, my name is Hannah Phillips, and I'm going to read Clearwater Tea. Al took the kettle out of the cupboard. Tonight I will make Clearwater tea, he said. He put the kettle on his lap. Now, said Al, I will begin. Al sat very still. He began to think of things that were sad. Chairs with broken legs, said Al. His eyes began to water. Songs that cannot be sung, said Al, because the words have been forgotten. Al began to cry. A large tear rolled and dropped into the kettle. Spoons that have fallen behind the stove and are never seen again, said Al. More tears dropped down into the kettle. Books that cannot be read, said Al, because some of the pages have been torn out. Clocks that have stopped, said Al, with no one near to wind them up. Al was crying. Many large tears dropped into the kettle. Mornings nobody saw because everybody was sleeping, sobbed Al. Mashed potatoes left on a plate. He cried because no one wanted to eat them, and pencils that are too short to use. Al thought about many other sad things. He cried and cried. Soon the kettle was filled up with tears. There, said Al, that does it. Al stopped crying. He put the kettle on the stove to boil for tea. Al felt happy as he filled his cup. It tastes a little bit salty, he said. but Clearwater tea is always very good. Upstairs and downstairs. Owl's house had an upstairs and downstairs. There were 20 steps on the stairway. Some of the time, Owl was upstairs in his bedroom. At other times, Owl was downstairs in his living room. When Owl was downstairs, he said, when I was downstairs, he said, I wonder how my upstairs is. When I was upstairs, he said, I wonder how my downstairs is getting along. Thank you for listening to me read. If you want to hear how the story ends, check it out at your local library.
Hello, my name is Alex Hall, and I'm going to be reading The Corner. Frog and Toad were caught in the rain. They ran to Frog's house. I am all wet, said Toad. The day is spoiled. Have some tea and cake, said Frog. The rain will stop. If you stand near the stove, your clothes will soon be dry. I will tell you a story while you are waiting, said Frog. Oh, good, said Toad. When I was small, not much bigger than a pollywog, said Frog, my father said to me, Son, this is a cold, gray day, but spring is just around the corner. I wanted spring to come. I went out to find that corner. I walked down a path in the woods until I came to a corner. I went around the corner to see if spring was on the other side. And was it? Asked Toad. No, said Frog. There was only a pine tree, 3 pebbles, and some dry grass. I walked in the meadow. Soon I came to another corner. I went around the corner to see if spring was there. Did you find it? Asked Toad. No, said Frog. There was only an old worm asleep on a tree stump. I walked along the river until I came to another corner. I went around the corner to look for spring. Was it there? Asked Toad. No, said Frog. There was only some wet mud, a lizard who was chasing his tail. You must have been tired, said Toad. Yes, I was tired. And Frog, said Frog, and it started to rain. I went back home. When I got there, said Frog, I found another corner. It was the corner of my house. Did you go around it? Asked Toad. Thank you for listening to me read. If you want to hear how the story ends, check it out at your local library.
Hi, my name is Corbin Reynolds, and I'm going to read the story. One day in summer, Frog was not feeling well. Toad said, Frog, you are looking quite green. But I always look green, said Frog. I am a frog today. You look very green. Even for a frog, said Toad. Get into my bed and rest. Toad made Frog a cup of tea. Frog drank the tea, and then he said, tell me a story while I am rest. All right, said Toad. Let me think of a story to tell you. Toad thought and thought, but he could not think of a story to tell Frog. I will go out on the front porch and walk up and down, said Toad. Perhaps that will help me to think of a story. Toad walked up and down on the porch for a long time, but he could not think of a story to tell Frog. Then Toad went into the house. He stood on his head. Why are you standing on your head? Said Frog. I hope that if I stand on my head, it will help me to think of a story, said Toad. Thank you for listening to me read. If you want to hear the rest of the story, check it out at your local library.
Hi, my name is Noelle Hayes, and I'm going to read It's No Problem. I can't decide. Should I wear this sweater for the Winter Festival or this sweater? 12-year-old Mary Kate Burke glanced up from her desk. Her twin sister Ashley was standing in the doorway of her dorm room. She held a fluffy pink cardigan in one hand and a black cashmere turtleneck in the other. I do look totally awesome in pink. Ashley held the cardigan up to her chest and struck a supermodel pose. Then she did the same thing with the turtleneck. But I look totally awesome in black too. Major dilemma. Mary Kate hit the save key on her laptop and sighed. Ashley, I know you're having a fashion emergency, but I'm in the middle of my own emergency, okay? Mary Kate had an English paper due in a day, and she hadn't written a sentence. Ashley frowned at Mary Kate's outfit. Well, now that you mentioned it, that Chicago Bulls t-shirt totally doesn't go with those pants. Hello, that's not what I meant, Mary Kate said. Besides, why are you stressed out about what to wear for the Winter Festival? It's not for 12 more days. It's never too early to start thinking outfits, Ashley replied. Ashley's Law. So have you decided which Winter Festival event you're going to sign up for? For a moment, Mary Kate forgot about her homework troubles and got all excited thinking about the Winter Festival. The festival was a competitive event between the White Oak Comedy for Girls, where she and Ashley were students, and the Harrington School for Boys, which was right down the road. Skating, I think, Mary Kate said. I've never done cross-country skiing, so that's totally out. I like this, my absolutely favorite winter sport. Thank you for listening to me read. If you'd like to hear the rest of the story, check it out at your local library. Hello, my name is Jenna Sutter, and I will be reading
Frog and Toad a swimming. A turtle came along the riverbank. Frog, tell that turtle to go away, said Toad. I do not want him to see me in my bathing suit. When I come out of the river, Frog swam over to the turtle. Turtle said, Frog, you will have to go away. We shall. I asked the turtle because Toad thinks that he looks funny in his bathing suit, and he does not want you to see him, said Frog. Some lizards were sitting nearby. Does Toad really look funny in his bathing suit? said they asked. A snake crawled out of the grass. If Toad looked funny in his bathing suit, said the snake, then I, for one, want to see him. Thank you for listening to me read. If you want to hear the end of the story, check it out at your local library.
Hello, my name is Julie Pavon, and I would like to read Timmy Tygle's New Friend. I want someone to play with, said Timmy Tygle. Why don't you play with your brother? Tommy asked. My brother Tommy asked Timmy's mother. All Tommy wants to do is wrestle and bite, said Timmy. What's wrong with that? Asked his mother. That's the way all small tigers play. I'm tired of it, answered Timmy. Besides, I want to play somewhere else. May I look for a new friend? Go ahead, said his mother, but be careful. The jungle's full of danger. Thanks, said Timmy. I'll be careful. If I find a new friend, I'll bring him home to play with me. That would be nice, said his mother. Timmy jumped out of the tall grass. The dark jungle laid before him. His heart pounded with excitement. He was going to find a new friend. He hadn't gone far down the animal trail when he came upon a lion-tailed monkey. Hi, said Timmy. Will you be my friend? Sure, answered the monkey. Will you play with me? Asked Timmy. Sure, said the monkey again. Let's play swing-a-loo. Okay, said Timmy. How do you play it? Nothing to it, answered the monkey. You swing through the branches of the tallest trees. The one who swings the highest without falling wins. Timmy looked at the trees. Their branches weighed 100 feet above the ground. He felt dizzy looking at them. "Thank you," he said in a weak voice. "I just remembered I can't climb very well yet. Maybe when I'm bigger I can come back and play with you." "That's fine with me," replied the monkey as he swung through the trees. Timmy hadn't gone very far when he came to a river. A big crocodile laid sunny on the bank. "Hi," said Timmy. "Will you be my friend? Will you play with me?" "Sure," said Timmy. The crocodile. "Sure," said the crocodile. Thank you for listening to me read. If you want to hear the rest of the story, check it out at your local library. Hi, my name is Marnie McDowell, and I'm going to read The Bobbsey Twins and the Secret at the Seashore by Laura Lee Hook. Chapter 1, The Whirly Bird Ride. "What's in the box, Freddie?" asked Bert Bobbsey curiously as the shopping trip ended. 6-year-old Freddie grinned and shook his blonde head. "I can't tell, and it's a secret until we get to Ocean Cliff," he replied. His blue eyes sparkled with mischief. At this moment, the rest of the Bobbsey family came from a nearby shop. Tall, athletic Mr. Bobbsey and his pretty wife followed. The two girls, dark-haired 12-year-old Nan was Bert's twin. Flossie, who was Freddie's chubby blonde twin, ran ahead. "Mother bought a present lemonade glass to take to Aunt Emily," she cried. "I have a present for Cousin Dorothy," Freddie announced, "but it's a secret." "I have a secret too," said Mr. Bobbsey with a chuckle. "Oh, how exciting!" Flossie clapped her hands and gave a little skip. "2 secrets. What's yours, Daddy?" "You'll know tomorrow, my little fat fairy," her father said teasingly. This was a special nickname for his smallest daughter. He called Freddie his little fireman because Freddie loved to play with toy fire engines. The Lakeport Bobbseys were visiting Uncle Daniel and Aunt Sarah. The Bobbseys at their farm on the outer skirt of the town of Meadowbrook. They planned to leave in a few days for Ocean Cliff. They would stay with Mrs. Bobbsey's sister, Aunt Emily Minturn. The Minturns' daughter, Dorothy, was the same age as Bert and Nan. She was lively and full of fun and liked to play jokes. "I wish tomorrow was here now," Flossie sighed, and she turned to her twin. "Please, Freddie," she eager, "tell me your secret." But Freddie only smiled and the small brown cardboard box more closely, and I'll be leave to Meadowbrook. Nan emerged and they drove to the farm. Thank you for listening to me read. If you want to know how the story ends, check it out at your local library. Hi, my name is Kyle Turiello. I'm going to read Eva Uses Her Head. Hugo sat on his front step and moped. "Such a sad face," Hugo said. "Nana, what has made you so sad?" "I want to invite Eva over," said Hugo, "but even if she came, she wouldn't be able to get up the steps."
Do not mope, Hugo said. Nana, use your head. Talk to Eva. She is used to this kind of problem. Hugo talked to Eva. No problem, said Eva. Let's go. I'm glad you came, said Hugo, but these steps are huge. Will we be able to get inside? Eva smiled. This is not a problem. She said, I just used my head. The bug problem. Hugo and Eva sat in Eva's yard. Let's go inside, said Hugo. These bugs make me itch. Thank you for listening to me read. If you want to hear how the story ends, check it out at your local library.
Hello, my name is Josiah Pay, and I'm going to read The Secrets of June, the Great Ice Battle. The three friends scrambled through the cave as fast as they could. Grrr, grrr, whatever was behind them was following swiftly. There's light up ahead, Julie called back. I'm there, said Neil. Last one out is a rotten egg, Eric cried. They hurled themselves out the mouth of the cave into the bright light and green grass and flowers. They tripped over a low wall and tumbled down a short slope to a wire fence. We're trapped, Neil yelled. Suddenly the kids heard laughter. They sat up and squinted through the fence. Standing behind it were Princess Kia and her father, King Zello. Welcome to June, the king boomed. They looked back at the cave. The red ice blinked and disappeared into the darkness. Eric jumped to his feet. You mean we're safe? Very, Kia said with a giggle. You just looked funny running out of the wolves' cave. Neil gulped. Did you say wolves? Man, I hope we never go back into that cave. Kia and her father opened an iron gate and helped the three kids outside the fence. The red wolves of June are famous, King Zello said. They protect our city. The king was a tall man with broad shoulders. He wore a helmet with horns and carried a wooden club. Princess Kia had long blonde hair. She wore a green tunic and leather boots. Welcome to Jaffa City, Kia said. Jaffa is the royal city of June. The princess led them to a stone courtyard that was larger than a baseball stadium. At one side was busy marketplace. Men and women strolled and shopped in colorful tents. Their children played happily by a beautiful fountain nearby. Wow, said Eric. I had bad nightmares about Spar, but things look pretty okay here. On the other side of the square rose buildings of white and silver and green and pink stone. In between grew flowers and bushes, and birds sang in the white blossomed apple trees. A soft breeze blew across the vast open space. Thank you for listening to me read. If you want to hear how the story ends, check it out at your local library.
Hello, my name is Brendan O'Callahan, and I'm going to lead the spider. One, Grace, yelled Mike. It's a spider. One, said Grace. What for? Girls hate spiders, said Mike. Not me, said Grace. I like spiders. Me, my sister and I have a spider club. That is a garden spider, said Grace. It has 8 eyes. It has lots of legs too, said Mike. Yes, all spiders have 8 legs, said Grace. Are all spiders alike? Asked Mike. Grace led Mike to the spider club. Inside the club were lots of spiders. Not all spiders are alike, Grace said. Here is a spider that jumps, said Grace. Jumps? Yikes, said Mike. Not on you, said Grace. It jumps on insects. Can't it spin a web? Asked Mike. No, said Grace. Not all spiders spin webs. This spider makes a trap, not a web, said Grace. It digs a trap and hides in it. Insects fall into the trap. Which spiders do you like best? Asked Mike. I like all kinds of spiders, said Grace. Crab spiders, surround spiders, spiders that fish, and spiders that spit. Thank you for listening to me. If you want to hear how the story ends, check it out at your local library.
Hello, my name is Bobby Rowe, and I'm going to be reading To Kind of Snow Problem, starting making Ashley, Chapter 2. Ashley raced into the English classroom. Just as Miss Bloomberg was calling the school spirit committee meeting to order. Getting to meetings on time should be a competitive event in the Winter Festival, Ashley thought. She tried to catch her breath. Miss Bloomberg glanced up from her clipboard and smiled at her. Welcome, Ashley. Have a seat. Ashley sat down in the front row and looked around. Her good friend, Wendy Linden, was there. So was her roommate, Phoebe Cahill. This is going to be a great committee, Ashley thought happily. We're expecting a few more people, but we might as well get started. Miss Bloomberg pushed her glasses up her nose and peered at her clipboard. The purpose of School Spirit Committee is to support the Winter Festival. If we get everyone really excited, then we'll have a big turnout at all the events. Do you mean like all the skiing and snowboarding races? Phoebe asked her. There will be non-sports competitions too, Miss Bloomberg explained, like the snow sculpture contest. Snow sculptures? I could get into that, Ashley thought. Our purpose today is to decide what we should publicize the festival, Miss Bloomberg went on. Ashley waved her hand in the air. We should do Winter Festival posters, she suggested. That would be awesome, Wendy agreed. I
can do some of the graphics on my computer. Wonderful, Wendy, Miss Bloomberg said, scribbling on her clipboard. Posters are definitely the first step. Just then, Dana Wolski came saunting into the room, followed by Summers Sorensen and her best friend Kristen Lindquist. Dana was wearing a to-die-for outfit, great fitting jeans and a black velour shirt. Oh no, Ashley thought, alarmed. Does this mean Dana's on the committee? Ashley and Diana. Thank you for listening to me read. Anna, hear the rest of the story. Check it out at your local library. Hello, my name is Jamie Parrott, and I will be rereading In the Pond. It is hot, said 5 pigs. It is too hot. The pigs hopped in the pond. 5 pigs in the pond. It is hot, said 4 dogs. It is too hot. The dogs hopped in the pond. 5 pigs and 4 dogs in the pond. It is hot, said 3 cats. It is too hot. The cats hopped in the pond. 5 pigs, 4 dogs, and 3 cats in the pond. It is hot, said 2 bats. It is too hot. The bats hopped in the pond. 5 pigs, 4 dogs, and 3 cats. No. 3 cats and 2 bats in the pond. It is hot, said 1 hippo. It is too hot. Not in the pond, said the 5 pigs. Not in the pond, said the 4 dogs. Not in the pond, said the 3 cats. Not in the pond, said the 2 bats. It is hot, said the 5 pigs, 4 dogs, 3 cats, and 2 bats. It is too hot. One hippo in the pond. Thank you for listening to me read.
What do you love?
Reading!
And what school do you go to?
Sierra Christian School!
And how many are in first grade? How many are in second grade? And what do you love?
Reading!
Hip hip hooray!
Hip hip hooray!
Hip hip.